Hey everybody, it's me, V the Sepia Scholar. Thank you for joining me on yet another video. I hope it finds you loved, blessed, and happy. Shout out to all the subscribers. Thank you for everybody who likes and comments on my videos. We're here with two lovely ladies and a possible. We have Miss Tayo here and Queen E here. And I want to go ahead and let them introduce themselves and where you can find them at before I hit y'all with, with my funky intro. But go ahead, Miss Tayo, you first.
I don't know what you want to know. My name is Tayo. Yeah, I don't like.
Where can we find you on the gram? If somebody think you fine, yeah.
You can find me on Tayosphere. I'm in the process of trying to do my own thing on YouTube, so you can find me on Tayosphere. That's TAYOSPHERE.
Lord, these people are acting up. Okay.
But yeah, you can find me on Instagram, on Twitter. If you at me or send me a message, I will see it, but don't expect me to be posted yet. Maybe soon when I get over my imposter syndrome. But yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Woo! All right. And we have Miss Queen Ellie Scott or Queen E. Introduce yourself and where can they find your lovely self?
Yes, you see that tag that right below, Queen Ailey Scott. You can find me on Instagram. Hi everyone, I'm glad to be here.
We're glad to have you. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and hit you guys with the intro, and we'll go ahead and get started on what we got going on today. You guys know that I created this channel for you all. So any other topics you guys want me to talk about, explore, I'm all in. The Sepia Scholar. So I love to research stuff and bring that knowledge to you. That is the point of this channel, and to have a good time. So let's hit the intro. All right, like the intro says, y'all laughing already. Like the intro said, this channel is about reviews, reactions, and grown-up conversations. And the grown-up conversation we're having today is called Build a Man, or is rotational dating the answer? So we're gonna start off. I'm down here in Florida. Ty, you want to shout out where you are?
I'm in Atlanta.
All right, and Tayo, I think you sound a little bit low.
Oh, I'm in Atlanta. I said sorry.
You're trying to be quiet. She don't want nobody to find her. And Casey.
My location will not be disclosed, but I'm in my car.
Okay. Anyway, so we're talking about the date. Let's start off with the dating game. I want you ladies to let me know how you feel about the dating game. I'll start off, and then I'll have Tayo go next, and then Queen Ellie Scott go third. And as people are talking, please press mute because it'll hold down the noise or whatever. So, anyways, the dating game. So, the dating game in these streets has been a little bit rough. I feel like there's too many options, too many ways to. As a matter of fact, I believe there's a speed dating today, but there's too many options. A lot of people aren't ready for commitment. Basically, it's every man for himself, and it's very hard to get people to basically lower their standards or settle down. I don't think you should lower your standards, but we have a lot of standards, and it's very hard for people to meet. So the dating game, the dating pool got pee in it. That's all I got to say. But Miss Tayo, you can go next.
Like for me, up until about like a year and a half ago, I was in like a long-term on and off relationship. So like I'm still new to this. Like I'm technically kind of new to the dating game. Like having to deal with, what's your favorite color over and over again is killing my soul just a little bit every single day. So I don't know.
I'm with you, girl.
I mean, guys, and like the conversation isn't hidden, so I'm automatically turned off. And I guess what you would call, what is it, the sapiosexual in some kind of way? Like
yes,
something there, conversation wise. Like everything else we can build, but like if I can't talk to you, why am I even wasting my time with you? So The dating game is kind of, I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm tired already. It's been only like a year and a half, and I'm tired.
So she said she's just tired. All my life I had to fight in this damn dating game. It's only been a year and a half.
It's only been a year and a half, and I'm over it. And I'm like, who needs to be married anyway?
Oh Lord, you're just like forget it.
I'm joking. Don't let my mama see that because she'll be knocking on my door.
Oh yeah, don't let mama see it.
No. But like, but for real, it's just sometimes it just feels like it's more trouble than it's worth,
Mm.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Tayo, shift your camera a little bit. We want to see your pretty face in the middle. The other way. Yes. There you are. All right. You cute. We got to see all your face. Queen Ellie Scott. Yes. Serve the face. Queen Ellie Scott, how's the dating game going for you?
Oh, you talking to me?
Oh, what?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm supposed to blame the people or their mamas.
Oh my God. Expound, honey. Expound.
I don't know, man. I think people should set themselves up for, everything. And ultimately, I think people should be set at a certain standard when they go out in the world and start dating, and especially presenting themselves in front of people. We are like in a facade society where everything's on social media and people present themselves a certain way and they have to hold the standards. And really, when they're presenting themselves in these ways and they can't keep up, they start dying. There we go. Now, I thought I met one person, but then when all that started falling apart, you don't know who the hell you stand in front of, but they mad at you because you don't like them no more.
Oh,
Yeah. It's just insane. I think it just goes along with everything. I think everyone in the dating game needs therapy before they even get in there. They just need to go talk to somebody to figure out what it is they really want. Because if it's either they want you or they want their baby mama, so you gotta.
Oh my gosh! If a baby mama exists, that's what you're saying, right?
Well, yeah. Even with what I'm saying, it's just, I'm just randomly speaking or like broadly speaking. But I know everyone has their baggage, everyone has everything. But I think in the dating game right now, the fact that, like you mentioned it before, there is too many options. And I think what has a lot to do with all the options is that nobody wants to be actually decisive. Like, nobody wants to say this is exactly what they want. And a lot of the time, the people who are saying this is exactly what they want, they're not being realistic. So, I mean, I think I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not interested in being actively in the dating game right now because I think it's extremely toxic. But that doesn't mean everybody's toxic. I just think where I'm located right now.
So you're gonna okay. So how are you gonna win if you're not in the game?
Preaching to that choir.
You know what? I think I'm gonna be one of those people that stand up and say that I want to be at a certain place when I'm actively in the game,
Okay.
and I'm not in that place right now. So
can
I
respect
think if
that.
a lot of people took that responsibility, it would be a kind of little bit less than, a little less watering down or a little less problems where people run into, because people don't even want to admit that. They just, how is it like? It's like hit or miss. Like, if I don't get them now, I ain't never gonna get them, even though you're not,
I think,
you're not ready.
I think
So that's just how I feel about it. But
yeah.
that's a we could talk about this all night.
All right. Well, it's my show, so I can go as long as I want. So it is what it is, right? That's the part that's awesome. All right. So let me go ahead and hit us with this. So let's have a little bit of fun. So a lot of people have given up. And if you look at this meme, it says, I'm gonna just build a mother. F it. So she's gonna build her the perfect man. So before I'm gonna take this out of your beautiful faces and bring it back. Are you guys, well, before I ask this, give me 3 traits that would at least the minimum that you need for a man to be considered good for you. 3. I can bring it back if you need.
Are we naming it or I gotta say it? Oh, 3 off of here?
Over there in general.
I would say in general, but this can give you a something to look at if you need help.
For me, like I think the biggest thing for me is open-mindedness. Like I can't somebody who is stuck in their ways, like completely stuck in their ways. It's one thing to be like, I know what I am, I know my values and whatever, but like to be like, I'm never gonna change, I'm never gonna think any other different way, baby. I don't have time for that. We the world is evolving, and if you can't evolve with it, what's the point? So
All
that's for
right.
me. That's the like if I see that you're like you're closed-minded to to a fault, like I said, stand on your principles, but like, that's one thing for me. Uh yeah.
Integrity. That's
Hmm?
what I said. I think if you there's like I said, integrity.
Yeah.
Integrity. Okay.
Yeah.
That's big for me. Like I need you to be the same person when I'm not in the room.
Absolutely.
That's real big, and I think that's real big in this time. It's really hard to come by. Unfortunately, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a whole bunch of politicians out there or something. I don't know, but that's one of my things, integrity. But when I look at your list, it's like bring the list back.
I was gonna say I need 2 more from each of y'all. We need
No, I just need that. Everything else gonna fall in place. Cause
Yeah.
look, I see good looking and broke, funny and broke, smart and broke, great in bed, broke, faithful, broke. Okay, I see
Oh
wealthy.
my God. No, we not all broke.
Think
Looks
about
like
it.
you need to get into a different pond.
Think
All
about it.
right. All right. Lord, we broke out in these
All
streets.
we
Well,
got.
speak for yourself. Look, like, look, hey, listen, Tayo, I need 2 more. We with Casey, or at least Scott. I'm gonna keep calling her Casey because that's my little boo. Let me see. We got integrity and not broke.
No, yeah, I was about to say no. Integrity and fiscally responsible.
Fiscally responsible. Give me the third one before we get 2 more from Tayo.
Nice teeth.
Nice. Woo! Yeah. Do you know they dragged Carrie Hilson for saying she liked nice teeth? I was like, shocking. So
Oh,
you
well, they
can't. They
probably
said
like my ass. Mine's kind of cricket, but I like a
she's a
nice
leftover woman, so she should be. Kevin saying was R.I.P. to him. His funeral was today.
leftover, girl. You better
But
Yeah,
Carrie
yeah. If you
not
over
Hilson,
be talking about
35
nobody.
and you're not married, you're a leftover woman or
We ain't
whatever,
gonna.
whatever.
Carrie Hilson is the one that Beyonce people don't like. That's the one who that is.
Yes. Lord have
You know
mercy.
what happened? You know what I heard?
About Kerry Washington, and I was like, she's not leftover. She's married with 2
You
kids.
never,
What are you
you
talking
never dated an island woman. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's all. Tayo, hit me with 2 more.
about? I want to say ambitious, but that's not what I mean. I mean, if you follow through, that's kind of what I mean. Like if you are, like if you say you're gonna do this, do this. If you say you want to do something, follow through and make sure that you do it. One of the issues I had with one of my exes was basically that there was a lot of I'm gonna, and it never was like, it was like, so when are you gonna?
I think I know him.
Who is she? She thinks she know him.
You know him, so it's all
Y'all
good.
dated the same damn dude. Meaning
No.
philosophically, we ain't sharing dudes over here.
So yeah,
I
so
need.
yeah, ambition and follow through. Like if you say you're gonna do something, make sure you do it.
Yep.
And this is like going outside of all the physical things. So I could list all the physical things like that. We could do all that, but like for me, it's like my family's big to me.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to be like best friends with my mama. You don't have to be this, that, and the other. But like, my family is important to me, and if you can't like
mix in, no, that makes
rock with that.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's big.
Yeah.
Let me see my 3. I'm gonna use the list because I'm lazy. Let me see what I like. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go for good looking because I like to look at good looking stuff. Romantic. I ain't gonna lie, great and bad. If I picked off this list, and yes, it's superficial, and I said it, I know
you don't got enough money for that though. Go back. You only have $5. You can't get all that.
$5.
Wait, did I go fast? Oh, dang. Okay, hold on. If I did the list,
go back.
Okay. I'm messing up.
See?
I'm gonna go with smart.
Mm.
Dang.
You ever met
Dang.
somebody so smart
Okay, smart, great, and dang, faithful on this thing. Oh my god.
you don't
See,
went
this is
over your
messed
butt?
up.
That's what I'm saying. This
This
set
list is jacked. And I don't care nothing about Fortnite. Okay, I really care about romance. I'm gonna go romantic, faithful. Oh my god. Okay, romantic and faithful.
done. That's
Damn.
it. Nothing and faithful. That's all you got.
Dang.
Romantic and
But
faithful.
what if he don't look good?
Broke
I
and
don't like
ugly,
it. I don't like it.
romantic.
Hey, look that
Polyandry.
that
You do both.
that
And you
Fortnite
ugly.
one shows consistency.
Yeah, it does. You let me know. I'm old. I don't know if that shows consistency. I'll pick that one. But Lord have mercy.
Don't
So
go. I was just
let's
joking.
talking about building a man still. Would you date would you help build a man? If you met somebody and he had all the attributes, would you help build him into the man that he wants to be? I'm gonna give you my answer. Nope. I ain't
Okay,
building jack. I'm not doing it. I want you to be at least, because if a man is not where it wants to be in life, he is going to make your life miserable because he's not going to be happy with himself.
you were
So
very
I'm
right.
not building a thing. I'm not building. I could
Take
you
your
could
ass
have
up.
already have your stuff going, and then we merge lives, and then I could support what you already got going on. But and then I was actually talking to my friend who is a guy. I told him most of the time, because they always say ladies stick together. When you build somebody up, they kind of feel like you're a parent. And what do you do with your parent when you grow up? You leave. And he's gonna go on to the woman that matches where he's at now. That's why you see all these starter wives and the baby, like you said, the baby mamas that got left behind. When he was with her, he was Pookie on the block. Now he's Patrick in marketing, and he got to find a wife that match that. It's
Spooky on
very rare that they stay. So I'm not done running my mouth. Go ahead, Miss Tayo.
I've been there, done that. I'm not doing it again. Thank you.
Okay.
No,
Short and sweet.
not for real. Like I'm all for, like, you see that they're growing and they're trying to, achieve their dreams or whatever. I'm here to support. I am not doing anything for you that requires me to do anything else. But be like, go baby, or you had a hard day. Do you want a drink or you want a massage or whatever? Like that kind of support. I will be there. I'll be your cheerleader. You need to show up, to be like, go team. I'll be there. But like I I can't do it for you. Because if I, like you said, when you get on and I've done all this work and I've sacrificed all my time and my efforts and my life for you, and you decide to go off with somebody else, it's a problem. If you decide that I'm not good enough for that from where you got to by standing on my back, that's a problem. So I'm just, and then also, like, it's just frustrating. It's like I said, especially with somebody who's not consistent. If you're building but you're not consistent, if I'm helping you out, that means that my efforts are going nowhere. So it's a double loss for me. And I'm not getting nothing, and you're not getting nothing. So why are we doing all this? So.
The time waster, Queen.
I think that this question was really important for me to answer because I ain't building shit.
Sorry.
No, seriously, I think you know what, I ran into this because I'm naturally a motivator. I naturally like to tell people or let people know what, like, you got potential. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. But a lot of times that can be taken into the point where not only am I encouraging you, but now, okay, you want me to show you where to find it? Okay. Even though I don't need that, I'm gonna show you where to find it. And then after I show you where to find it, it's like, you could probably get two like responses like, you ain't do nothing for me. Or like what you said, you'll run off. But I think, like, in the case of you investing all of your energy and time into trying to build in somebody, and then for them to turn around and be like, well, I did it all myself, or da da da. Ultimately, that's gonna be the energy because they did do it themselves. But I wouldn't even do it because you give yourself all into a situation like that, and then you're not doing it for praise. Well, at least I wouldn't do it for praise.
Mm.
And you're doing it so everybody could be in a good position, and it just ends up biting you in the ass.
Mhm.
It just doesn't work out right when you're quote unquote building a person, or quote unquote trying to get them in a better position so that they could at least be, be able to stand next to you. And you don't even want to say stand next to you, because we're all human beings. Nobody is better than one person, no matter how much you make or whatever it is that you're doing. But to be able to say, y'all can stand in the same room and have the same conversations, a lot of time it's not even a safe place. I don't know. I I've always been in a position where I would potentially be the one to help someone get into a better position or build them up, and it doesn't work out. It always like, oh, you trying to make me somebody I'm not.
But you are.
Exactly. And
But
you
you
know what?
are.
That's important. And that's exactly why I won't do it,
Yeah.
because that just you'll see full potential in someone,
Mm.
or you'll see what they're capable of. You'll see their gifts, and they may not see them yet, or they may not have encountered them yet. And now you're turning
Yeah.
into a mama, just like what you said. So
Mm.
it's so in so many different ways. I could say no, I ain't
Mhm.
building nothing. But
Mhm. Look, all that to say you ain't building jack. Yes, Lord.
Hey,
Uh, so let me see. Yeah, so with that all the way through that, it was like, would you date potential? You guys kind of answered. Would you date potential? Um,
not. Have you all dated potential before? Because I have. Or
yes.
I think we,
it's all from experience. The answer is no.
yeah.
Yeah, I dated potential before, and it does end up that you're trying to make somebody something that they're not, and you also end up dimming your shine, because although you what you said was very telling, so they could stand in the same room as you,
Hmm.
right? So I hate when people say emasculating, but when you say that you want them to stand in the same room as you, it's telling a lot, because sometimes they don't belong in the same room as you.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, and and then you'll realize that, and you try to fix them up, because like you said, you see potential, and all you're doing is, like Tayo just said, you're slowing your trajectory down
Hmm.
so that they can catch up, so y'all can be in the same room. I will never forget. I know you remember our friend from college, our African friend from college, Tayo. The
Yeah.
other African friend, the other one.
Yes.
Um, Shout out. But you know,
Okay, now
yeah.
I'm number one. She number two.
Yes. So, I remember so clearly her mom, when I was getting my education and stuff, she said, "You're so lucky you already have the person you're going to be with. You met them young." And she used to tell her daughter all the time, "Don't go too high. You're going to go so high you won't be able to get a husband. Make sure you find somebody before you go too high." And that always stuck in my brain. And I've heard that from many different people, many different cultures, that especially women, especially Black women, once we hit a certain threshold, it's almost impossible. I've had this discussion with different people, and it's not because it is because we're making too much money. The natural state of things, I don't care who gets mad. The man is the provider. The woman can make money and contribute, but once it hits a point where it kind of the balances shift, people are going to feel some type of way. No matter what they say, they're going to feel. Yes, we have Oprah and Stedman, but did you notice Oprah and Stedman never got married?
Mm.
People bring up Oprah and Stedman all the time. They decided to be life partners, right? There's dynamics to every situation, and I believe that's why they're life partners and not married, because that's when you get into the prenups. That's when you get into all the shenanigans. No matter what people say, marriage is a business deal. Yes, there's love, but it's a business deal at the end of the day. So people don't want to come out on the short end of the stick because stuff doesn't work out. Like, I laugh all the time when people get upset when people get big settlements from divorces. First of all, you have no even concept or idea of the amount of money these people make a month. You hear 10 million, you about to pass out. You hear 40,000 a week,
But
you
you
about
don't
to
know.
pass out.
Mhm.
But in their scales, that's $40.
Yeah.
So you're not even on that pay grade to even have anything to say. I hear people complaining about $50 child support, like they whole pocket about to collapse. You have no concept of these people's money, but either way, I don't ram my mouth. You guys want to say something before we move on to the next thing, or
No, you mentioned something that maybe in this podcast this will reach the right person, but if you're being called for child support, or if you're in that scenario with child support, like even with dating, all right, so let's try to commingle this a little bit. I've ran into people, or I've dated people who are on child support, and my thing is just go make money. Like, it's not something that should stop you. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say that if this is just a disclaimer for any of the women that are out there in the dating world. If the man is complaining about child support,
red flag.
I don't need to say nothing else.
Red flag. All right. So with that being said, we're talking about building a man, and we realize we probably can't build a man. So one of the solutions is rotational dating. Just in case you don't know what rotational dating is. Rotational dating. Anyways, just in case you don't know what rotational dating is, it's dating without commitment. Men do it all the time. Basically, you have a set of guys that you date, and dating does not equal sex. It is that you spend time with. Maybe you might have the one guy you like dancing, you go dancing with that guy. You have another dude you're learning your computer business, and he's a freaking technical genius. You got the one dude that fixed the cars. All those different types of things, and you're not using them for these things, but I'm just picking things to say. But you date them, and it doesn't become serious. You're basically gathering data. Shout out to Janice Hilton Thompson. But anyways, she has an amazing book called 10 Years of Girlfriend, and also another book called 23 Types of Guys You Might Meet. Anyways, but you're dating for data. So you're dating these people to gather data to see who's the best fit for you. And basically it's a rotation. It's a rotation. It's not a hotation, meaning you're not smashing, but you're basically dating, and then some people will drop out, some people will move to the front until you get into a committed relationship, preferably if you're dating for marriage, preferably an engagement, and so on and so forth. And you don't take yourself off the market until you get that commitment. Speak on it. Have you heard of it? What do you think about it?
I've heard about it, and I was thinking like when you were talking, I was thinking about it. I've never, short of a little bit of time in my college days, when I was being more of a let me not even, not slut shaming, but when I was having my whole days in college, I have been very much a one man woman. Like I've never learned how to do that, and it's fascinating to me, like the people who can, but like I don't know. I've never learned how to do that.
Casey?
That whole chart was messing with my anxiety.
Why? You want to see it again?
Yeah, let me see it again.
Yeah.
So you have the one lady, and you have 6 suitors, kind of like Bridgerton, right? And they court you until you have the final suitor who wants to get serious. It doesn't have to be 6.
Yeah.
Well, let me hit y'all with this, because I love that you guys are so shy to speak about it. Let me tell you something.
No, I ain't shy. I'm just
go on. Say what you gotta say. Let's go.
I don't know. Maybe I just need to sit down and really evaluate what dating really is. Because if he doing that, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to talk to him like that. You get what I'm saying?
Interesting.
So I mean, there's a great chance if he is doing it. I mean, it's very
95% chance.
I was about to say very much in 2022 is very, but once I'm like, and I think maybe this is just where I need growth, and that's the honest truth, is that I don't want nobody to have access to what I gotta have access to. So it's just, that's just me as a person. But the rotational thing, it actually sounds like a good idea. That's why I said I got room for growth, because it sounds like a good idea. If I got one that fixed the car, and then I got one that, that I go out at concerts with, one that I go to the gym with and play sports with, and all that other stuff. But I'm sexy, so they can't hold themselves.
But listen,
Keep it
when
together.
they interview people for jobs, that's a mess. I don't pay attention to what you said. When they there's so much to unpack here. When they interview people, do they usually interview? Do they give the first person that interviews the job?
No.
Why are you giving the first dude that interviews for the job of being your husband the job without putting him through the interview process? Because you do know when you settle down and commit with that person, you're basically giving them the job. You're taking yourself off the market. He might not be off the market, but women, because we have a bonding hormone, we take ourselves off the market. So, what about that man was so good that you decided to take yourself out of the market?
What about it?
No, that was. I think title gets where I'm going with it.
Where you're coming from. The thing about it is, men don't. I don't trust that men do it to narrow down the person that they want to be with. I just think they do it because
you have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, like because I can, and then that whole little we can start a little bit Sepia or whatever, but like that whole
yeah, hotel.
I mean, is that what they're doing? Can we get somebody on the line to ask them if that's what
I can see if I can get somebody on the line. I can get them.
I mean, are they really rotational dating, or are they just playing everybody?
That's what I'm saying. It's like biologically.
How many girls do you think How many girls do you think they date before they supposedly find that one? Because I know one that did it very, 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 very.
Nowadays, people don't even disclose that's what they're doing. They're gonna make you think.
Well, I'm about to hit you with the rules of rotational dating in 1 second.
Good, because I'm about to post it on my Facebook.
Write it down. Let me take my notes.
Things to think about.
It's gonna be an automatic response. As soon as somebody jump in my DM, that automatic response of the rules of rotational dating is gonna automatically be sent to them. Taya, you can set that up with me. Marketing thing.
Okay.
All right, here go the rules. Even though I was gonna run my mouth, I know you can barely see it, but what I'm gonna hit you with is I put it in white so I can see it.
Okay.
So lose the guilt. Let go easily. Don't be in a hurry. Don't rush up to boo up with people. Now, this is the question you guys are asking. Do I disclose I am dating others? This is the problem that you're having, right? We'll touch base with that again. There's no shame in rotational dating. And then you need to drop the expectations. Don't have boyfriend expectations from a man that is not your boyfriend.
Oh.
If you call him and he does not answer, that is okay. He is not your boyfriend. Move on to the next man in the rotation. Say, for instance, like I said, you want to go to a concert and you reach out to your favorite one. You can have a favorite one and he's not available. Don't get upset. Don't slash the tires on the car. What? Don't put a crazy post up. You move on to the next man in the rotation. Okay? And you relax. There's no agenda. When you go out, you're not going out to make him your husband. You're going out to get to know him and have a good time connecting.
I need you to send me that list.
Yeah.
So for me, looking at that, you're
I like that.
Do I disclose? That's not my issue. I don't care. I think it's the expectations that need to be dropped, right?
At what? Go ahead.
No. Like I say, I think. Like for me, I'm real big on energy, and like if I'm dealing with multiple people and giving them my energy, I feel like, like why am I giving you my energy if there's no end game, like that. So to me, I think that's why it's harder for me.
Yeah, so you're having problems with the expectation.
Exactly.
And that's why you need to lose the guilt and let go easily. Don't be in a hurry.
Listen.
Don't be in a hurry.
I think if you just say, I'm not about to marry none of their asses. That's just
it's not about not being about to marry none of their asses. Sometimes you have to gather. Sometimes you're using it to gather data. You're using it to gather
So
data.
we're computing the relationship. That's just what's happening.
It's not computing the relationships. How do you choose? How did you know that person was the one? If you've already met your one, which I'm a believer that there's more than one. I know it sounds weird. Actually, there's a statistic that says you are compatible with. I think it was you're compatible with. I think it's 90% of the people on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
We're the ones. Remember that? Remember that marriage presentation I used to give before the ring? Oh, Casey's okay. Remember that presentation?
I remember.
Yes. Remember there was soulmates, SOUL. Yes. Soul versus SOLE. I do know how to spell, y'all.
We told you need to have another one. We need a refresher.
Yeah. So soulmates, SOUL, was it's like a Greek mythology that you have, kind of like what the heck was the name of that movie with Will Smith? Hancock. You have one other person across the world that is your exact match, and the farther away you get from them, remember, they were horrible once they got together, and the farther they got away, their strength came back. It was weird. So that's what soulmates is. Soulmates, SOLE, like your shoes, is a partner that you're gonna walk in life with. And why would you not vet the person you're gonna walk your life with? I just think of Insecure. Remember, Lawrence and Issa had all these crazy shenanigans, but she made a intentional choice to be with the person who was not perfect, and she was not perfect in the relationship because that's the person she chose to walk her life with. So that's a really big position to put somebody in just based on whether the D is good or you had a good time at a couple places, whatever, right? So that's why dating is for data. You're gathering data. How is this person financially? How is this person with the family? Tayo, you said Tayo is a big, you said family is a big thing for you, right? What if you meet somebody and they're perfect and they are total loners and they cannot stand being around family? You find that out 6 months in, you've taken yourself off the market to be with this person. What do you do then? And most men do not take themselves off the market. Believe me, they do not. I'm not trying to crap on men.
I like this.
No, not until they know they're ready to marry. Like when they know that.
Yeah, that's why they get married so fast. That's why they get married so fast.
Absolutely.
Because their goal is to take you. If they like what they like, they're gonna take you off the market. They don't want anybody else to have you, right? Now, if you have a person that's dating while they're married, that's a whole nother damn show. But
that's called ethic non-monogamy here in Atlanta.
Yes, I met somebody that. Oh, anyway, listen, that's what we're gonna talk about next. But go ahead, Casey.
No, I was about to say I like this rotational dating thing. I like it.
Check out the Love Guru on YouTube and Janice Hilton. But so the fact that you brought up ethical non-monogamy, I actually met a guy that was trying to convince me to do that. I think he even wrote a book. I like scholarly folks. He had a book and everything. But think of this now. So apparently, this is a lady in the UK, and she practices polyandry, and that's having 2 husbands. First of all, what do you think about it? First of all, do you think you can get everything you need from one person? That's the first question I would like you guys to answer. The other thing is, what do you think about her decision? And the third thing is, do you think you would be able to maintain 2 husbands? And Casey first this time.
No.
All 3 no's.
No.
Why?
No. No. I don't know.
Y'all know I'm wild. I bring it out. You know, I'm just gonna come with.
I don't know. Like,
look, they got matching outfits on everything.
I think I may very well need to meet more people in the world. I don't know if because of where I am in the world, I couldn't see this happening with any man that I've ever encountered. like a man actually saying, "Oh yeah, I'm okay with it," without possibly trying to sabotage the other party or sabotage the situation. That's what comes into my head. But I don't know, when it's just I don't know, it just seems like too much, trying to keep up with too much. I already got to keep up with the kids. Now I got to keep up with the two husbands. I got to keep
Well,
up with.
how come? Well, see, this is
It
the
just
thing.
seems like, maybe I just don't understand. Maybe I need to understand the dynamic of how a person
Yeah, is it
could
like
be
one
able
big
to
Okay, well, let me look. You
juggle.
know, I Google real quick
because
Because
yeah, it's like
because we got a little bit of time.
yeah.
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I can do it. Like I don't know. I don't think I could do it. But it was one more question that you had in the midst of in regards to that, but I don't think I answered it.
What do you think
Maybe
about
Tayo could help me remember.
siblings?
But I don't think I could do it. Not the two husbands thing. I mean, unless unless one is intellectual and then the other one is physical, and then one live on one side of the country, and the other one live on the other side, and they just we do our thing.
I
It
could do.
sound like dating to me,
Look
but
at this. So, polyandry is a form of polygamy in which a woman takes on more husbands at the same time. It says, and they become husbands and wives. Hold on, let me see. I just lost it. Apparently, they do this in the Himalayas. It's a rare form of. Apparently, they do it in the UK with this lady. It's a rare form of marriage that exists among peasant families, but also among elite families. For example, polyandry in the Himalayan mountains is related to the scarcity of land. The marriage of all brothers in the family to the same wife allows family land to remain intact and undivided. If every brother married separately and had children, family land would split into unsustainable small plots. In contrast, very poor persons not owning land were less likely to practice polyandry in Buddhist cultures. But anyway, so it's tied to land. So if the same woman this had all the children and they all have the same husbands, then the land could stay together. Apparently, that's what they're doing in the Himalayas. So you guys said you wouldn't be able to do it.
Mm, it depends on, like Casey was saying, like they have to be separate. For me, they'd have to be together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And by that, I mean I don't mean like we all in the same house, but I mean like maybe we all live in the same neighborhood so that we're all accessible to each other. Because like again, for me, it's energy and attention splitting. Like if I'm going to split my attention between you two, I don't want it to have to be like I'm with this person and now we do this, and now I'm with this person. It's just kind of like, hey, Andrew, I'm going over. I'm gonna be hanging out with, Jack tomorrow. We're gonna have the kids. We're gonna take them to the ice skating rink while while you're working overtime. Whatever. Like I want it to be kind of like a partnership rather than like a split thing. Because otherwise, that's just dating.
Well, it talked about it being about resources so it's more acceptable when people see the multiple women with one man for some odd reason, even two women, it seems more acceptable.
Right.
Probably because how we think biologically, because they say
Spending.
men don't have that same hormone that bonds. I mean, they definitely love, but they don't have the same hormone that bonds via S. So, I mean, I think I could do it.
What are your
So,
What are
why'd you
your
do that?
no.
Why'd you make your sound? Why'd you make your voice sound like that when you?
Anyways, I think I could do it because, like I said, you got the one dude to fix the AC, the other one to do the yard work, and you're getting two paychecks.
I was just thinking about that, like how you were saying
Mhm,
in regards to being resources. I mean, I could
mhm.
see how that goes
Yeah.
with the resources. That would definitely be, if that was the main goal, if nothing else was tied to it.
Yep. And then if you would have a kid for each, time it out, right? And so they each would get their seed. And because it's one mother, you don't have to worry about them being, because it's more likely for the kids to be with the mom than with the dad. So if something goes
You
down,
don't have to
your
worry
kids
about them
in
being
one
separated.
house. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that would be like if they both have super high drives.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be the issue, and definitely not at the same time. That would be insane. So I'm not into that. So that's why it would be highly unlikely for me to do that or
That
whatever. So, but the concept itself, I mean, I think what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? If you can handle it, and I do see it becoming more and more popular or whatever. So, with being said, that was the last topic. Is there anything you guys wanted to talk about? Anything you learned from what we talked about, or anything you want to put out to the people?
Um, no.
gotta
I
start
blew their mind, y'all. They so lost. They thinking
No,
about it.
I'm really, I really want to look more into this rotational dating. You know what? Because it's just showing me that I have room for growth, room for opportunity. Because usually I don't date. I'll just talk, and then we'll talk,
See, now you
and
want to
then
set
you'll
it off.
talk to a whole bunch of different guys.
Nah,
Well, that's why I say this is opening up a different thing for me. Because I'm telling you how I usually
no,
date.
no. I need to address what you just said, Casey,
Oh,
because something happened, and I just want to know what is the definition of talking to you. And I'll ask Tayo. I'm trying to see something real quick. What's the definition of talking?
I'm from Florida.
Yeah. What is the definition of talking?
When you talk to somebody, you don't talk to nobody else.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
so and when you're talking, you're committed.
Really?
Damn, ain't that crazy?
Nah.
When you
Okay,
hear it,
Tayo.
when you
Tayo.
hear it, no. Actually, when you honestly, no. Let me take that back. Because when you talking to somebody, you're able to talk to other people
Mm-hmm.
because you're talking.
Right.
You guys are. That's why I was saying maybe there needs to be clarification as to the levels of how it goes because you talk to people. Then when you say you're dating, see, I was under the impression when you're dating, then you exclusively dating. But then this rotational dating sound like it's more appropriate in these days and times. And then after that, you got to get booed
Hold
and
on.
baited up.
I knew I had looked it up, but I forgot. Let me hit you with there's the 7 stages of a relationship. Because when I was doing research for this, and I forgot to bring it up. 7 stages of a relationship. I'm gonna answer it for you right now. But Tayo, while I'm looking it up, your definition of talking in Atlanta.
I guess like it's talking is getting to know each other. It's getting to know if there's even a point to me talking is that period like right before you start dating and going out like physically together and like right after where you're just kind of like like I said, what's your favorite color, where are you from, how many brothers and sisters do you have, that kind of get to know you kind of banter. And then and honestly and truly, like I've only done that. I've gotten past talking twice in Atlanta because I usually get bored. I'm like, this conversation's killing my brain cells. So I don't really feel like going. We don't need to talk. We don't need to be. We don't need to go on a date. It's fine. It's just fine. So, but yeah. So like talking is, the get to know you banter, and then you start dating and start getting to know like the real things, like the going underneath the surface a little bit. That's my definition.
All right. Ooh, dang. All right, let me share this because we learning together. We got to do relationships or dating is, believe it or not, a game. I know people don't want to hear it, and we have to be smart when we get out here so we can get the best mate possible. Right?
So we can pass go.
Yeah, I think that's right. So here's the 7 stages: the awkward stage, the attraction stage, the honeymoon stage, the disappointment stage. So somebody's gonna get hurt, and that's how you figure out to work your way through it. But that doesn't mean perpetual cheating. The stability stage, the commitment stage, and the true love stage. So you don't get to the commitment stage until
you get to the commitment stage before you get to the true love stage.
Yeah, because you know what I've heard. A lot of men don't fall in love until and some of them don't fall in love until after they're married. After they make sacrifices and they build. It's just the way that their love works.
I don't like that.
Some of them do not fall in love till after they're married. It sounds
so
weird.
Being married to them is what then?
Hmm?
So then the benefit, because I mean, So then to them, what's the benefit of being married if they don't?
Yeah, if they're
Well,
not.
that's why some of them say there is no benefit. Have you not heard a lot of them say there's no
Yeah.
benefit to, even though they definitely benefit, they live longer, they're healthier because they have somebody that cares about them and takes care of them. It helps mentally, all that. And yes, financially, it actually helps, even though they put out the narrative that it doesn't help, because most of the time when you have to answer to somebody fiscally and you have a family to take care of, you're more careful. It makes you more responsible, just unless you're just not a good person. It actually, they should already be grown when you meet them, but going through the process of being married, like, think about it, you get married, if you do it the way they say you're supposed to do it, but everybody's different. You meet, you date, you get engaged, which is supposed to be only a year, but we know it doesn't work that way all the time. You Because some people get married in 2 months, some people get married after 10 years, right? Shenanigans. So then you get married and then you build the life together. That's why it's so hard for people to get divorced, because by the time you get to the point, everything is so intertwined that it's very hard to separate it. Hence the reason they say divorce is equivalent to a death. Your a poor your way you're living now dies because you've completely intertwined a life. That's why a lot of people don't want to commit, because of the amount of work and time and commitment to intertwine a life to a person that you said yet you're promising to take care of, grow with until you die. That's why it's till death do you part, right? So
So
with that being said, that's why talking is weird. When people say talking, I've heard of talking, and I've seen people who go, "Oh, you're dating somebody," and then they meet somebody down the line. They're like, "Oh, you go with him? I used to talk to him back in the day, and they had 2 phone calls." It's all over the damn place.
You know what's so funny? You know that happened to me. Do you know that happened to me? Some guy, I had one phone conversation with him. And then one of my friends, who I guess he was pursuing, she like turned him down. And then when he saw that we were still friends, he was like, "Oh yeah." He was like, "I don't even know why you acting like that. I used to talk to her too." I said, "Me? You talk to me?" And he was like, he was just like, "Yeah, I used to talk to her. I don't know why she acting like that." Like,
Oh
bro,
no!
we had one phone conversation. If his phone number popped in my phone, I would still think it's scam likely. So I don't know why he changed talking about we used to talk. Wait a minute. But
That's
you're
why
right.
I'm
I just
saying talking. That's why I'm saying the
I think
talking thing
growing
is weird.
I got a lot of research to do because
Yeah, you need some research and growth. Let me throw the rotating thing on the screen, and then I'll let you guys say your final words.
I have a real question before you do that, though.
Okay.
Would you? I mean, this is for whoever wants to answer it. Would you all be willing to have the commitment without the actual marriage, so without the legal and without the whatever? But we know we're committed. We say we're committed. We act as if we're committed, and there's no. It's not like committed, like, oh, but I'm going to still go cheat. But like, no, I'm committed to you, but we're just not going to get married. Would y'all be satisfied with that kind of relationship?
No.
Why not?
I don't believe in boyfriends. I just gave somebody that talk today. If you want to know why,
Why?
read the book 10 Years of Girlfriend by Janice Hilton. I'm giving her all types of
You
promotion.
getting a check from her?
no.
I'm not getting no check, but I believe in it. No, it's 10 Years of Girlfriend. I gave it to a friend. I gave a copy of the book to a friend. Hopefully she read it. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Dang it, man. It's missing.
No,
Anyways,
but you know what happened. I know somebody that happened to. Like they decided to be committed, even though the man was he was married. Actually, he was a millionaire.
Mm.
He had a couple of houses in Jensen Beach. Actually, the house that him and his girlfriend lived in was good.
Mm-hmm.
And then his wife and her children, they lived in another home. He actually was not actively with the wife, but I guess because they had so much tied in together, they didn't get divorced. And so he was exclusive to the girlfriend, but he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And when he passed away,
Mm-hmm.
The girlfriend was with him for 15 years and she lost everything.
Everything. That's what I'm talking about. Nope.
She used to get a $10,000 allowance for her children. She was living very, very well. And when he passed away, the last time I heard, she didn't have number $3,000 in the bank account. And she was fighting the wife about the house that she was currently staying in that she had absolutely no rights to.
That's what I'm telling you. You don't have any rights if you're not married. It's not a moral thing. It's not a moral thing. Yes, it's a moral thing if you're religious, and you know, I practice a religion, right? So, but the thing is, it's for legal purposes. You know how many scary stories there are with about people being with people for over 20, 30 years and they couldn't even go to the funeral because they weren't legal, and whoever they were legally bound to or the children got everything. So your whole life you built just
it's
so don't let them
insulting.
convince you it's just a piece of paper. BS. We about to go get it's just a piece of paper. Let's go get it.
I feel you.
Let's go get it. But yeah. So I
Fine.
don't believe in boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm on the market until I'm not. So that is my thought process. But I'm gonna let you guys say final words. I'm trying to make it under an hour, but I don't know if it's gonna make it, but it don't even matter because the conversation's good. Tayo, you want to give your final word?
I I've heard, like I said, I've heard about rotational dating in passing before, somewhere on these internets, and it's like I said, it's a concept I really do want to try. I just, like I said, I'm gonna have to figure out how to like. Maybe I'm just meeting the wrong type of guys because I'm just like,
Yeah.
even with 5 of y'all around, I don't care to like do all this. So,
Lord, that's what they say about where you are. It's not a good place for the ladies. It's not a good
you need
place
to
for
go
the
find
ladies.
my man who needs a visa. Let me stop.
I'm gonna tell you, move.
Okay.
Move.
I mean,
I'll talk to you about it later.
all right, cool.
Casey, final word. Final word.
My final words for today are take your time. The society and everything that's going on in the world and the pictures that they're trying to portray to everybody, these relationships and people get into relationships with people that they really don't need to be in relationships with, that are actually bringing them down and not building them up. Just from experience, take your time. I turned 30 and I thought it was over. And when I turned 30, I thought that I was supposed to have a husband. So whoever it was that was pursuing me, I was like, you know what, it's gonna be my husband, we're gonna raise my kids, we're gonna live, we're gonna plan. And then you, like right now, like I said, people are carrying themselves in certain ways where they're gonna tell you they one person and then you'll be dating them for however long, and then they start to present themselves as they're not. And I think you save yourself when you just simply take time. Just like what you're saying as far as dating and actually having the commitment and just, you know, being able to differentiate or separate that from each other. I think that's hard. Like I grew up in a Haitian household. You with them, you with them. Like that's just what it is. I think being able to detach from that idea, if you have that idea, because I'll be honest with you, I walked in life a long time like this my man and you can't have him type of situation. Just take your time, figure out who you are, figure out what you want, and have a city girl summer.
City girl summer.
What's here going
Look, the guy just is messaging me back. Let me see what he said. We might let him do a final word real quick.
Okay.
Let me see what he says.
Yeah, this song will be in my head though for the rest of the night.
It's gonna be in your head for the rest of the night. Period. No.
Get my meanie. Anyway.
Nah, this is anyways.
Nah,
so I'll give my final word. So be open to new things. Dating is about data. Don't take yourself off the market unless you know the person is for sure taking himself off the market. That is a trick. They will take you off the market and still be looking themselves. And just be careful out here. It's a dating is a strategical thing. Believe me, men are logical. They are being very strategic on who they're picking for their life partner. Do the same. Be a woman. You're a whole woman, but be strategic.
Yep.
With that being said, thank you, Tayo. Thank you, Casey, for joining me. You guys were super amazing. I had a great time chatting. Maybe we will have Blue drop in next time. You know how it is in these streets when people are just doing their thing. We hop in and we do our chat. I do, like I said, I do this channel for everyone to learn, to grow, and for us to learn together. So, with that being said, let me hit you with the do me a favor and so love who loves you. May God bless you with everything that you need. And the Sepia Scholar is out. Bye, guys.